Hi, I'm Exorcist, and this is Terra Invicta, where we are currently playing as the Resistance. And I think we need to do something about our booster. We're losing 9 boosts per month now. That's no good. I already do admin complexes, of course, use boost. That's gonna be one. We've got our missions assigned already. Maybe we need to turn a couple of them. I think to take 3 each, so we need to have 3 of them turned off, and we should be fine for a bit. And there we go. I shut down the ones on Mercury because they're only admin towers, and I also shut down the ones on Luna and on one of the asteroid bases. So we're leaving the tier 3 ones we've got going thus far, because we don't want to lose out on the volatiles mining at this moment. And Mercury doesn't, neither Mercury nor Luna has very large amounts of volatiles, so I figured that was the best course of action there. Now we are going to have to invest a little bit heavier, I think, into boost here though. Mission control, you've got loads of mission control to build as well. Let's keep 1 pip on mission control, and everything else here at the moment is irrelevant. I'll put 80% into boost. We've got Singapore here, and they've got plenty of locations here on the equator, so that should be just fine. I think the equator passes around here somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. Because it passes through Lake Victoria here, and yeah, so it should be around here, just south of Singapore and over Guinea and Indonesia. This will probably go into the negative again as more complexes get started there. We are doing... Are we at war here yet? Now we're waiting for the rivalry with India to finish up, of course. 19th of June. So we've got another month to wait before we can start to take back what is rightfully ours. Okay, so we've found the InSight lander. With our presence on Mars firmly established, a small research team has taken the time to seek out NASA's InSight lander, which has spent several years studying the red planet's seismography before going dark in December of 2022. The data it gathered was instrumental in finding suitable prospective sites for our manned bases. And that was nice. We found it 20 years later. And do we want a memorial site? No, this actually gives us some boost. No, we have to pay boost for that. I think we're going to go into the negative soon. But I think we're going to save our boost and we'll establish a memorial site. It seems fitting. Okay, so we did manage to purge the academy here in the Netherlands, but we failed the crackdown, but we failed the purge mission.
Standing by.
Get back on that one.
Removing our enemies.
I think maybe we can send Emiliano off to...
Where to?
Actually, I think it was a pretty hard one to crack, this one. Yeah, so let's give him some influence there, and
applying pressure.
Let's see if we can crack the executive there.
Reporting in.
Samsor is finished with doing a little bit over there, so we'll just defend our interests over here, I think.
Securing our interests.
So we have them
ready.
Better done. Prue needs to be inspiring Ying Yanlu, who replaced, and Prue here will inspire Ying Yanlu, who replaced Neha, who was assassinated brutally in the last episode. It's a fairly high success chance, but I think we need to get her security rating up a little bit there.
I'll ensure they are loyal.
Let's see if we can find some security organizations for her, maybe. Yeah, no, I couldn't find any orgs here, but she is a quick learner. So let's we can run some augments here on her. We can upgrade. I think we've got some P protection unit. That's the only one that gives security. Yeah, she'd probably do good to have the espionage ones as well. Maybe we don't have the 3rd tier yet. I thought we did. Let's grab the this one as well. And let's sell some metals just to get some cash flow here. Let's grab the Guardian Angel and countermeasures, and I think there's stealth field there as well. As they're trying to make her actually survive here. That's 8 experience for 1 security. That one's worth it. And then we'll have to wait a little bit more for some more experience before we can take something else. But that got her up to 7 at least. That should make her a little bit harder to crack. And we really need to get some money there. Maybe we could pick up some nations around here for some spoils. UAE wouldn't be too bad. Maybe we can pick this up. It's 20 in command cap though. What are they running in it? They're running a bit of spoils. We just spoil it to the ground, of course. And we're starting to take our way into the Netherlands here. And I'm not really sure what happened here, because in Ethiopia here, we just gained control of Ethiopia. We haven't had anything to do here at all. We must have been allied to one of these countries, I guess, that are fighting down here. But I guess we don't have to grab something. We'll just spoil it a bit. This isn't a very rich country, so we shouldn't give anything big in spoils here, but it'll probably run over in turmoil very soon anyway. And we did manage to take the point here in the Netherlands, and it's cracked down the next one. So we'll grab the executive here too.
Targeting the
That'll put us
opposition.
a bit over limit, but
Reporting in.
I think we'll be fine. We just have to defend our interests a little bit on the ones that we do have here. Just looking at Bruce's security here, I think that's where we're going to spend his points as well. And he does not have... Well, he can't have that one, apparently. Let's just increase his security this way then. I was thinking if he also could have the survivor trait. And same thing here. We've actually got 12 here, but let's put our security up a bit so there. It is a little bit harder to actually assassinate. He's got plenty here. We can instead build up the investigation here like we've been trying to do. Just so they can see what's happening around him. Yeah, I think that's probably worth to do for her. That's a really bad one for her to have. I think she's had it for quite some time. I think we've had 2 event chains with her on it. Okay, so Ethiopia is averaging us about 20,000 here per day, which isn't that bad actually. I think it's fairly cheap to hold on to as well. It could be better, I guess, but it's a little bit of money at least. We're gonna get an increased command cap here very shortly as well, so. And we're just waiting for the... Oh, not in here. Oh, we have another typhoon. We will of course try to help them as best we can. I was thinking of this transnational management. This one gives us 120 command capacity, so we're going to be fine as soon as that one pops. And we are building a lot of nanofactories as well to help with the cash flow.
Our associates are now in charge.
And we are in charge of the Netherlands. Good. Let's make sure we try to ally the European Union. That's going to be the first step towards federating with them. I wonder if we can do the same thing with the... Sweden's already allied, that's good. I think it was maybe Finland. Finland is an ally as well. And Norway needs to become an ally. I could probably just have looked from the EU's perspective instead. It would have made it a little bit easier for us. Ethiopia, we don't really care about what happens there. And if we check down here, we should be able to see... Now we should be able to start federating with Sweden and Finland. We've got lots of armies here under our control. Maybe we should try to get rid of those as well. In the Netherlands here, we are running funding. And trying to get that up as high as possible before we integrate. That'll help with our cash flow. And once we get the cap here, we might want to start wrestling the... Actually, now is probably a good time as well. How long time until that one finishes? 14th of September. July. It's about 2 months. If we prioritize it, we can have it done in August. And now we're losing 7 boosts to gain there because we finished 2 admin complexes. Actually, we finished 3 of them. But we are building boost. How long time do we have here? Then we've got about 5 months. We're building how much boost per month? That's 0.5 per month. Yeah, that's not gonna be enough. We're producing a new. We could probably build a little bit more here as well. Now let's keep it all to one country there. We will. I think we can probably shut this one down for a bit, and we'll shut the other one down for a little bit as well. And this one wasn't too bad. This is mostly a water mine. And this one here is a lot of volatiles here as well. We'll lose 10 volatiles per month for shutting this one down, and that's looking a lot more like we can actually manage it. I was looking at maybe going out here to it's a steel tower station down there. More importantly, we've got down here on this big chunk of iron that's floating out here. They also have a mining base. And that one has about 300 marine power. We have about 300. I think we might need to build a few more marines to be able to reliably take this one. But they are producing loads and loads and loads of metals here. Oh, they've got a tier 3 mine here, and that's like a 4 times multiplier on the base value. So T1 mine would be 220 and about 75 maybe. And so we'd be about 75 and 200 below these numbers if we were to settle here. But this would be a great source to actually take from them. And it's very lightly defended. They've got a station in orbit here, which has a little bit of a scary combat power because they build battle stations, battle stations, battle stations, battle stations, battle stations, everywhere, battle stations. And they refuel a lot of fleets out here. So this one would be a nice one to take out. I think we can take out this station with our current fleet. But I don't think we can take out this base with the with this marine combat power. I think we need maybe two more ships to be able to reliably take it out. Maybe 3. I'll see if I can build up three more ships and send them off to Mars, and maybe we can do something about this one afterwards. They've also got a small fleet sticking around here, which isn't at the station for whatever reason. It's just 2 ships, so this one would be very easy to shoot out of the sky if we can manage to engage them. Any ships we take over here will have a lot worse acceleration than they do. I think our fleet is... Yeah, we're up to 2.7 on this one, and that's the fast one. 2.4 on this fleet. So they'll be able to outmaneuver us, no problem whatsoever there. Even if we've had the Helion drive here, we'd only be up to 5. Let's see if we can build some more of those marine ships. And then while we are going to build a few more, we might as well just upgrade the things we can upgrade. We can, we're at 9,099 tons at the moment. Putting in a new reactor brings us down a little more than 1,000 tons, so that's a huge saving. But we've also got some new radiators. We can put the dusty plasmas on. Now they are a little bit more vulnerable, and they use a lot of nobles. But I think if we look at the overall ship cost here, it goes from 72 to 91. That's 20 more nobles per ship. But I think we can manage that. We've got a good and hefty stock, but it's just 3 of these ships we're building anyway. And that brought us down another 50, or 500, or 400, 300 tons. Brought our acceleration up to 3.2, still by no means anywhere near the 50 the aliens have, but it is a little bit better. So I think just swapping those out is quite a good upgrade for this ship. And we should probably upgrade we've got the new point defense lasers as well, so let's put this one on, the point defense phaser turret instead. No, I want to have that one there, of course. What did we have here? We had some kind of missile. We don't have the sticks yet, so I'd rather not have changed these. Did we have 2 Athenas on these, or did we have an Athena and a... Guess it doesn't matter, we can have 2 Athenas on these ones. And then just be the Block 8. It's a valid refit, of course, so we can refit our other ships as well. We'll see how long time it takes for them to refit in Mars orbit. Maybe we can refit a few of them to this new standard. It also increases the delta V to 350 or 345 kps, which is quite a lot. You can compare them side by side here. If we go to ship classes, I think they're both down at the bottom here. Yeah, we must have had nuclear torpedoes on this one, right? Artrons. We probably want to keep the Artrons on the other ones. And we'll delete this one. You can see we increased 65 delta V, and quite a good increase in acceleration as well. A little bit of combat power. Of course, actually the cost in the nobles here wasn't very big because of the new reactor. Metals is a lot cheaper in metals and volatiles though. That's nice. This is a very good upgrade. Now we're going to upgrade all the other ones as well. But we'll do that when we need to. And when we actually have time to refit them. Let's put 3 of these in the construction queue. Let's check Mars here first. I think we've only got 1. Oh, it looks like they're all powered up now. Good. Maybe we can actually construct our ships here then. If we can find them in the list. Road block 9, 96 days. And we have them in the correct place, and we've got 7 of them. But that means in 96 days we might actually be able to run an operation with our ships. And in the European Union we can do a federation with Finland, because we have consolidated the executive there. And the Academy went in and defended the interests here as well. Alright, so we finished transnational management. That alleviates our control point cap. We should probably pick up the sticks here as well, just so we have them. Actually, the heavy fusion pile would be good to pick up. That would save quite a lot on a few of our places. And once we get the bigger ones, of course. And this is nice. That's actually a good one to invest in. Putting up 1 helium-3 mine at Jupiter once we get there. And we do need to defend it though, and that's a little bit of a pain. And let's grab the sticks here. They're good ones, but we don't need to prioritize it quite so much. And I think we should be able to declare our first war down here. So let's send Yang Lu down here.
Time to make our move.
And Ying Yang has enough experience here again to pick a new trait. Home nation, what is her home nation? India. That's not too bad actually. I was thinking she's going to be the advisor for India anyway, so might as well pick this one up. The question is if it's better to just pick up. No, let's pick up streetwise. And we're actually starting to make some volatiles here again. So I'm going to go through the bases on Mars and see which ones need to be upgraded. Okay, so I've gone through all the Mars bases, and as you can see, they're all upgrading now. We're running out a little bit of power. We already had the T3 mine complete, so I shut down a few other modules just to power this one on instead. We're still making 300, so that's nice. And on one of these other bases, I think Sylias Corpus here built 6 nanofactories. That might help a little bit with the cash flow. We'll see when we get that far. And we completed the ultraviolet phaser cannons. That's very nice. At least we have them available. They are, in the size we're using, the 720s, a little bit expensive in exotics, but it's probably worth to put them on the on a variant. Maybe we'll save them for the Lancers actually. We'll see. They are a lot more effective than the ones we have, and I think we will pick up the heavy fusion piles. I'd like to get on and try to get the reactor farms, the heavy reactor farms, and start replacing on almost everywhere. Because as soon as we get this tech up and running, it's going to be so much better. And we're in India now. We can declare war, and we'll start with Papua New Guinea. Let's just, before we do anything foolish, double check here. They don't have any allies. Doesn't matter that the servants are in control. We're gonna be able to take them over so quickly here. So, and the European Union does not need to join. The Southeast Asian Union does. And there is war in the this region of the planet again. We will just move the Indian armies in there. That's a pretty cool picture we got going. This should be a very quick occupation. I did find some alien fauna down here in Brisbane that the servants had planted, so I took the opportunity to get rid of it. Got some down here in Adelaide as well. Okay, we've had this event lots of times before. We just pick the one that gives us the most research. We don't care about debris. We finish the heavy fusion pile. And we want to pick up guerrilla warfare. And this is because this one leads to resistance rangers, which are another marine unit we can use on our ships that are better than the elite ones we currently have. Yeah, that's his philosophy. Yeah, we could also pick up interplanetary policies. Independent habitats will reduce the MC cost of all our habs by 15%, so that's worth about 20 MC. No, that's what it's used for. It's worth about 30 MC. Yeah, that's worth it. That's 10 more ships. Let's pick that one up first. And we can switch this one over to one of the energy, or we'll probably go clean energy before we start dabbling into inertial confinement. Okay, so we're setting the policy here in India to be able to declare war on Australia, so we can integrate it as well, because we're very, very, very soon going to be done with Guinea here. You can see that Sweden has finished consolidating its executive, which means we will integrate it into the European Union, the Federation. That means we can start putting... What do we want to do here? I thought we were doing environmental sustainability here, but maybe not. Maybe that has to be done on the Federation level. It doesn't matter. We're going to have them join in here into the European Union soon. And that one's also going to be one that's pretty easy to pop in. We're building a little bit of support here in the European Union to be able to take these slots. Meanwhile, Ethiopia is still giving us plenty of money. I've started to pick up even more for whatever reason. I'm not going to be complaining. I think that's just because it's an average. And Papua New Guinea has been incorporated. It's back in the Southeast Asian Alliance where it belongs. And once we integrate them into China, we might have to deal with a few of these stragglers yet again.
Only when we can look our enemy in the eye can we understand why he is not so different from ourselves. Then, only then, can we hope for peace, I fetch you. Commissioner Kiran Banerjee, Private Correspondence.
Alright, so we finished mission to the outer planets. That is good. Now we want to launch all the probes. It's 121 of them. The cost is absolutely minuscule. It'll take quite some time before they arrive. We will pick up clean energy here. I think we might as well pick this one up. Most of this up here we're not too interested in. Clean energy and the fusion techs down here and maybe Titanic spacecraft. I will see. We haven't even started building lancers yet. I don't really have the drives for them. And then the next drive should be able to power Titans. We might go straight up to Titans. So in the European Union, we of course want to federate with Sweden. And for India here, it's time to declare our war against Australia. Feels a little bit weird, but that's the way it is. The European Union does not need to join. The Southeast Asian Alliance does need to join. And India is at war again. They are such warmongers, aren't they? Okay, here we go. We will have to fight off one of these Australian divisions down there. It's at 3.9 in the military score, so it shouldn't be too bad. We're rolling in with 5 armies of 6.3. So that should be an easy battle for them. We do want to remove this as well. We can have alien life forms here. The kangaroos will be scared. And something I just spotted here was that Norway is actually a rival to Finland, so they can join the EU until they are no longer a rival there. So let's make sure that they are friends again. And the Dutch, we just need to consolidate the... Oh yeah, we haven't got the consolidation here either. We're gonna have to wait for that other one to cool down as well. Okay, so here for the next turn we're doing some resistance or pressure, resistance suppression here, and we're hunting down these alien life forms down there. We're continuing to build up public support in the EU, and both of our advisors here had to go underground because they had been found out by the servants and the protectorate, and we want to keep them safe. We've had 2 of our councillors assassinated this playthrough already, and that's bad enough. But that's going to be all for today, so thank you very much for watching, take care, and see you next time.